Good afternoon, folks. This is a remake of the video which I've just put on yesterday. And a lot of listeners seem to have trouble hearing my voice. I don't know what's happening there. But if you go into settings on your phone and press on sound, scroll down to the end, you will get sound enhancement, which should increase the volume. So anyway, I'm just remaking the same video in the hope that it's louder now and you will hear it better. The video relates to a statistic that 60% of all the people in the direct provisional centres are waiting on social accommodation on a house, basically, and 60% of them are also working at the present time. Now, they're in a bit of a logjam here, and they're caught between a rock and a hard place because none of them want to leave the centres, despite all the rhetoric about wanting to get out and provide houses for them. The houses are not there, and the government know that, and it'll be years before they get housed. But they will not leave the centres, so they are holding up. They are blocking spaces in all the centres to that would be open to all the new arrivals coming in by the thousand every month. This is a huge problem for the government. When they're in the centres, they're on the pig's back because they're getting 3 meals a day. They're getting free transport to a job maybe in the nearest town or city. They're getting medical cards. They're getting the lot. Now, if they moved out of those centres in the morning, they would have to fend for themselves totally, heat their own house, rented house, accommodation, pay huge money to rent a property anywhere in Ireland, and provide their own meals, etc., and etc., so forth. So it's a no-brainer for them to just stay put and get up early in the morning, get a bus to wherever they're working, and if they get 600 or 700 euros a week, that money goes into their own pocket, and they can send half it back to Nigeria to their friends and family and everything. But if they leave that center and go out into the cold foraging for themselves, they will be in. They just won't be able to provide. They'll have nothing left in their wage packet at the end of the month. So this is causing huge problems for Roderick O'Gorman and his pals because the fact that they're not leaving the centres, they're sitting there like hens on eggs, and they're not leaving because they are in a very comfortable number. If you or I lived in a small town in Ireland and had to look for a job in Dublin or somewhere, we would have to get up and pay our bus fare in the morning or else we would have to rent a studio somewhere in the city and pay 2,000 euros a month for it and cook, provide our own energy, provide our own meals. So, in a sense, this is a kind of a reverse discrimination against Irish people who live outside the city and are looking for jobs in the city. They don't get free transport to the city every morning, and they don't get free meals when they're living in the country with their family and whatever. And their parents or themselves have to pay all these things. So the asylum seekers are not leaving. 60% are working, 60%, the same 60% are waiting, allegedly, on social housing. But I imagine they're not even going to be in a hurry to move into social housing because although they will probably get it at a pittance, the rent, because of maybe their wages is only so much, they will still have to pay all the other things and lose all the benefits that they had and have up to now. So you're going to see a lot of fun in the next couple of weeks as the extra refugees fly in at the airport, present themselves, and look for somewhere to stay. The situation seems to be unraveling already at the moment. There are reports of Gardaí being called to the various centres to break up rows and fracas because some of them are okay, the centres like little hotels, but others are just large halls with little cubicles in them, and they're the ones that cause most trouble because you have a couple of hundred people or more sharing a small number of facilities for a bit of maybe of their own cooking if they want to cook themselves, and sharing toilet and washing facilities, etc., and very little privacy in the cubicles. So things are coming to a head, folks, and I'm going to leave you with this thought. The next couple of weeks is going to be very entertaining for Roderick O'Gorman, Leo Varadkar, and his Minister for Justice from Trinity College there. The other girl's gone off to have her babies now. What's her name? I've forgotten. And the new brain box is taking over. And so, listen, I'll leave you now. I hope you can all hear me in this video. Please give me a feedback if it's okay. Talk to you again soon. Ciao. Don't forget my website, the deadliest ever Irish coalition government, and have a glance there. Thank you. Bye bye now.